Greetings, good people. It's your boy H. Cortez, the coach, your favorite internet marketer, coming to you today with part three of our series, um, Wealth Creation Strategies for Working Class Americans, How to Create Wealth with Your Own Money. And if you haven't watched part one and part two of the series, I'll put links to those below or somewhere on this page so you can check those out. But you want to check those out first before you go into part three so you can have a solid understanding and foundation of what it means, that the things that I'm talking about in part three. You'll have a good context to put those in. But here in part three, we left off. Matter of fact, just let me give you a real quick recap of video one and two. In part one, we talked about the two challenges and the two objectives and four challenges that every hardworking American faces to create financial success. The two objectives is, of course, everyone is getting up and going to work every day to make sure that we can pay for our current lifestyle, but we should also be trying to carve out a piece of the money that we're making to pay for our current lifestyle to also invest into our future lifestyle. But we've learned that most people are barely meeting objective number one, and objective number two is actually an afterthought. No one's really having the money and the discipline to do that, because most hardworking Americans think that they can't afford to do that. Well, in this series here, I'm teaching you how you can afford that. All right, there's four challenges that's keeping hardworking Americans from overcoming their financial challenges. All right, number one is inflation. All right, we know that's the silent income killer, right? It's ever present. The cost of living is always going up, but your raises on your job aren't keeping up with inflation. And if you don't have money in an instrument that's outpacing inflation, you're in trouble. Number two is taxes. All right. Most hardworking Americans don't understand how to use the tax code to their benefit. All right. Challenge number three is debt. The reason we're in debt as hardworking Americans is because of inflation and taxes. All right. So you typically end up borrowing money to make up the difference that caused the gap between our income and the cost of living that is caused by inflation and taxes. And then number three is less than ideal cash flow management decisions. And again, when you think about the challenges one, two, and three, inflation, taxes, and debt, you can understand why so many people make less than ideal cash flow management decisions. All right, and then in video number two, we talked about strategy number one. We talked about an overall strategy called income shifting. All right, this is the number one principle that the wealthy teach their children right out of the gate. They teach their children how to shift their income from the income vehicle that is taxed the most to ultimately getting their money into the income vehicles that are taxed the least. All right, so that's principle number one. Is called income shifting. But we showed you a strategy that helps you quickly shift your income if you're a hardworking American, typically a W-2 or an employee. We show you number one how to shift your income in a variety of ways, but basically it comes down to minimizing your taxes, minimizing your debt, and making better cash flow management decisions. All right, and the number one way that you can minimize your taxes is by looking at your W-4. You want to revisit that to see if you're getting all the allowances that you should, and then you want to we use a philosophy called cash asset cash, and that's basically how you shift your income. Is you take your cash that you currently have, all right, then you buy, build, or invest in an asset that's going to generate more cash, and then you repeat that process. Well, the number one asset that you can invest in, especially as a hard-working person with limited income, is a home-based business. And we teach you that by investing in a home-based business, you can actually reduce your tax liability based on the fact that you have a home-based business. So you're allowed to revisit your W-4 as a home-based business owner. Now, with a job, you can go into your HR system, revisit your W-4, and actually list all of those allowances that you get as a home-based business owner on your W-4, and that will actually bring back some of that tax money that you're allowing the government to withhold, and that's going to bring that back into your household. And when you get that back into your household, then you use that to pay down debt, you use that to start investing, and you use that to make better cash flow management decisions. It is that simple, guys. All right, so strategy number 2, we're going to do a deeper dive into the home-based business. I'm telling you, when I applied this one strategy, I got an additional $350 back into my house, back into my household. So now I'm taking that $350 per month that I received, which is basically a new income stream for me. So I don't want to be undisciplined with this income stream. I want to take this income stream and double down on some of the revolving debt that I have, because the more debt you get rid of, the greater your household income increases. And we call that flipping your cash flow from a negative cash flow cycle to a positive cash flow cycle. So again, if you haven't watched video number 1 and video number 2, then do that, and then you have a better understanding of how we got where we are now, where we're going to talk about strategy number 3. Strategy number 1 is reducing taxes and minimizing your debt and better cash flow management decisions through opening a home-based business and revisiting your W-4, so you can stop letting the government withhold so much of your taxes up front. You get that money throughout the year, and that money you use to pay down debt, or you use to start investing so you can create the nest egg that you need for your future. So why is a home-based business so powerful for hardworking Americans? All right, as a home-based business owner, you literally have the ability to write off a large percentage of your lifestyle. See, right now, you're allowing the government to withhold money from your taxes up front because you don't have a home-based business. All right, with a home-based business, you get that money, and you are able to infuse that money into your business, because here's what we're looking at. As a W-2, you're taxed 28 to 33% of your income up front. So a W-2 or an employee says, or this is what's happening to you, is you earn, you pay taxes, then you spend. All right. As a business owner, you open up a home-based business, start a home-based business, then this is what happens to you, or this is what you have the ability to do. Your business earns, your business spends, and then you pay taxes on what's left. So when you're talking about adjusting the W-4, most people instantly think about the line on the W-4 that says, be careful not to put too many allowances or something, because you don't want to end up owing taxes at the end of the year. So a lot of people, actually pay too much on purpose because they want to make sure that they don't owe taxes at the end of the year. Well, that's a cool principle and idea for someone who does not have a home-based business. All right, if you have a home-based business, then you're going to not only be able to earn income, spend income, and pay taxes on what's less, you're also going to be able to minimize your taxable income by taking all of these deductions. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. As a home-based business owner, you have the ability to write off a portion of your cell phone bill. If you're using the internet for business, you have a portion, write off a portion of your internet bill. If you're using your personal vehicle for business, then the mileage that you're driving is like 57 cents per mile that you can deduct. A percentage of your square footage in your house. So that becomes rental space that you can claim for your business. So a percentage of your mortgage you can write off as a tax deduction. So you start to have all of these deductions. All right, you have meals that you can write off when you're maybe entertaining a prospect or something of that nature, or having a business meeting. If you're traveling for business long distance out of town and you're having to stay in hotels and that sort of thing, then all of that stuff becomes tax deductible. So what I mean by that is let me give you an example. If you earn $50,000 per year, all right, and as an employee, you're going to pay the government roughly 15 to 18,000 of that right off the top, no questions asked. So let's just say 15,000. So you earn 50,000, you bring home 35,000. The reason you end up in debt is because you have to borrow money to make up that $15,000 difference. All right. Well, you pay taxes on the full 50,000, and you only bring home 35,000. As a business owner, here's what you're able to do. You make $50,000 on your job, right? You adjusted your W-4, you got all of that $50,000 because you stopped letting them withhold taxes up front. Well, as a business owner, you write off all the things that you're allowed to write off, and say your business expenses came up to $15,000. Now you reduce your taxable income from $50,000 to $35,000. All right, but you got all that money up front to work your business. All right, so you reduce your taxable income from $50,000 to $35,000. Now you're being taxed because, remember, as a business owner, you earn, you spend, and you pay taxes on what's left. So now you're being taxed on $35,000 and not $50,000, and that $35,000 is being taxed at a lower rate because as a business, you're taxed at anywhere from 18 to 23% versus the employee, you are taxed at a rate of 28 to 33%. So just by starting a home-based business, you instantly get tax savings. You instantly pay less taxes on your taxable income. So that actually puts money in your pocket if you can understand those numbers. And that's a powerful scenario to be in because think about it. We haven't even earned any money in the home-based business. These are the savings and the benefits of just having a home-based business before you even earn a dime. All right. So if you understand what I'm saying, it's powerful and it's the best and quickest way for a hardworking person who has W2 income to start the process of shifting their income and using the cash asset cash principle, because basically you are taking cash from your employer and you're infusing that into a home-based business that is your asset. So remember, you take cash and you buy, build, or invest in an asset. In this case, you're building an asset, which is your home-based business, and then that asset is going to generate more cash for you. All right, so you're shifting your income from W-2 to 1099. All right, now, if you do not already have a home-based business, or if you don't have something that you can transform into a home-based business, we have a home-based business for you. All right, for $179.99 as a one-time fee, you can start teaching people this strategy. All right. So for $199 or roughly $180 and less than $50 a month, you can learn this strategy, apply this strategy, start taking your income and shifting your income, and then teaching people this strategy as a home-based business, and you start getting all of those write-offs and those deductions. Because basically what we have is a system that teaches you this strategy. We have software that helps you implement this strategy, and we'll talk about the software a little bit later. But we have this system, we have the software, and we also want to make sure that you have the success that you want to have. So we help you put these strategies in place. All right. So you have that option if you don't have a way or a skill or a hobby or anything that you can turn into a home-based business, then we can help you set up a home-based business through the Extra Digit movement. All right. So again, $180 to get started as a one-time fee, and less than $50 a month, you can have your very own home-based business where you're teaching people these strategies. And if there's anything that hardworking Americans need more than anything else, is financial literacy. So we're trying to create an army of people that are willing to get outside of their comfort zone and show these strategies and these principles to other hardworking Americans, so that there's no way that the people that I'm talking about here are working 5, 6, 7 days a week and still struggle to put food on the table. And it's not that wealthy people work harder than us, it's just that they have different strategies that they employ. So now we've learned some of these strategies and we're putting them into place that can help any hardworking person overcome their challenges. So we want to do that for you, because now you can go from shifting your income from a W-2, which is taxed the highest, to a home-based business, which is taxed less, to ultimately taking the income that you generate from your employment and your home-based business. And then we teach you strategy number 3, which is taking that income from both of those and dumping them into an investment instrument which actually is taxed the least. So that is a principle called income shifting. So real quickly, I want to go over some of the software that you're going to get that helps you implement these strategies. We have a software called a cash flow strategist, all right, which allows you to put in your goals, what it is that you want to do as far as retirement. You put that information into the cash flow strategist. You put in all of your bills. You put in all of your income, and you put in the future date that you want to walk away, but still want to have assets that will help you maintain that current lifestyle. So if you're living at $35,000 a year, and in 15 years you want to walk away from your job and still have an income that matches that $35,000 a year or more, that keeps your lifestyle going, then you can plug all that information into the software, and it will not only tell you the amount of money that you need, but it will also spit out a game plan that shows you how to get there. It will show you how to adjust the W-4 and get the money that you need. It will show you if you have a home-based business, okay, here's what you should be generating from your home-based business. Here's the amount of money that you need to generate every month to throw into an investment vehicle, so you can have the dollar amount that you need in investment accounts. Because basically, say for instance, if you want a $10,000 a month lifestyle, then studies show that you have to have at least 10 times that amount in an investment vehicle in order to spit that back out to you. So if you want a $10,000 a month lifestyle, that's a little over $100,000 a year. That means you need $1 million in an investment savings account to spit out to you a $10,000 a month check. All right. So again, if you want a $35,000 a year lifestyle or a $3,500 a month lifestyle, then you need at least $350,000 in an investment vehicle that's going to spit out $3,500 a month for you. All right. So the software is going to show you how to do all of that. And then it's going to split, not only give you the number that you need to be putting into an investment vehicle, but it's also going to give you the game plan on how to get there, where you can find that money so you can afford to invest. All right. And then we have another piece of software called a cash flow manager. And that cash flow manager is an app that you can use on your computer, but in particular on your cell phone as a home-based business owner, which allows you to track all of your business expenses. And basically, at the end of the year, when you're done tracking all those business expenses, you simply have a spreadsheet that you print out and give to your tax person, and your taxes are done as you go throughout the year. So those are two powerful pieces of software. We have a bunch of other strategies and services that can help you maximize your ability to create multiple streams of income from your very own income, but also how to grow business income as well. Because what you have the opportunity to do, if you're interested in a MyEcom business model, again, that's $180 to get started, less than $50 a month, and then you have the opportunity to earn $25 per referral, and also a $1,000 bonus for every 7 that you bring in after you hit EBP. So I just wanted to share this information with you. There is a way for hardworking people to earn extra income, and it's a way that allows you to do it through strategy and not sales. You don't have to sell your way to your first million. You can actually strategize your way to your first million. And we have the solution, we have the strategies, we have the software, we have the system that you can plug into so that you can have the success that you want to have. So I'm H. Cortez, also known as the Coach. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.